Guys, so looking at the corn acres I have to do this year, 330 acres. I know that isn't a lot of acres for some people, but for me that's a huge jump up. That's double what we were doing last year. And this year we're using the sprayer for all our fertility passes. So I was looking at the old sprayer and it just wasn't getting it done. Down at the neighbors, they said try their sprayer out. So I brought it home and I'm giving it a try out. So let's watch her unfold. I have to lift the boom. Whoop. There we go. And then I can start to unfold. Oh, I gotta go the right way with my levers. She gets up there. We'll go this way so the sun's not. Go. There she's unfolded. I'll go put my little homemade addition out. There you go, 90 feet of boom. Well, let's go get the plumbing organized as to how to get this sucker spraying. So right now it's in agitation mode, and I just open this valve here. You can actually see it bubble in that water, so you know that sucker is just really agitating. But I got clean water tank. I've got an eye wash or just a hand wash tank. So that clean water, I guess how that's plumbed is so I can shut off the main tank and, you know, let the main tank get empty. Then you shut that tank off, open this tank up, shut off the agitation, and then that will get clean water through the boom, and then you can open up. There's another valve that goes up to one of them wash balls, so then you can wash the tank down inside with that clean water and just let it get it out of the system. So yeah, kind of a nice deal. I guess I really am happy. But well, that's enough yip yapping. Let's get the spraying. That's enough of that spray, and I'm going to end up with a lot of corn with tire blight. Okay guys, I averaged 50 acres an hour, but it took me 17 minutes. I did the perimeter. I had a lot of stop and go, slow down, just kind of watching nozzles, you know, for the first time. So the perimeter took some time, but once I had the perimeter done, it took me 17 minutes to go up and down to move across the field. I think the 50 acres an hour on a big field. This field's only 500-600 feet long. I think on the big half-mile fields, 70 plus acres an hour is very doable. That is one huge point of this, is I am moving across many acres a day. The other nice thing is with the wide boom, I'm only turning around, I'm straddling 3 planter paths versus every planter path. So I'm running down that much less corn. A lot of safety in there. I emptied quite a bit. I used that chemical wash. I had about a half a dozen nozzles giving me fits here with debris plugging, and so I'd go to the chem wash and wash them and wash my hands. That is a super slick feature. I really like that. with the other sprayer, yeah, you change the nozzle, then you rub your hand in the dirt. But yeah, first 20 acres done. I love it. I love it. Well, let's fold her up, call her a night. Tomorrow we got a big day of spraying. All right, guys, I added a chemical induction kit. The neighbors sold it to me for cheap. It's just a nice little unit. For me, so I got more setting up to do next year to make it better. I'd like to have the clean tub plumbed in on that side, so you'd shut off the Roundup tank, open up the clean water tank, so you're not disconnecting hoses. So I got some setting up to do, get some pumps to transfer chemical instead of dumping it into pails. But the big thing here is, one is I can rinse out my jugs. I can rinse them out, dump them in. I already got my dry Instigate product in there, and I just used a garden hose to slurry it up. And then when I start pumping, I just open the valve under there to the right, and it just slowly sucks that down. So it eliminates a lot of handling chemical for me. It allows me to clean my jugs better, and I don't have to be climbing up and down the trailer and up and down the sprayer very much. The only pain in the butt right now is that, yep, to get from that chemical to here is I got to dump it into a pail and then dump it into here. But at least this has a measuring device, measuring marks on it. So it's a lot better than dumping in a pail and kind of guesstimating. Eventually I'd like to have that, all totes with chemical like that, have a pump. So I can just fill in what I need and then suck it through. So it's step one. We're getting a little bit safer, a lot less touching and being exposed to chemicals. I'm literally just opening jugs, dumping them. As long as I'm by the yard here, or the creative way would be with the fresh water plumbed in is on the exit side. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of a manifold, just come off of here with a piece of pipe that I could hook a garden hose to, so when I get clean water flushing through the pump, after it ran clean water for a couple minutes, then just turn on the garden hose, and I would be able to garden hose, wash myself off, wash anything off that got dirty or whatever. So it's a huge improvement. Step one of becoming a very nice handling system here. So I already got my weather guard, my water conditioner in there. I rinsed out them jugs in there. Like I said, I got the Instigate in there. I already got the Roundup in that water. So at this point, it's a matter of just turn the pump on, turn this valve on, and see what happens, I guess. And away it goes. You can see it slowly just going away from my finger. So it works slick. And we just come over here and we check our tank and see, where we want to be and go from there. So we sucked all the chemicals in. Now I'm pulling out of the clean water and just kind of rinsing the whole system. So if anything I ever unhook, it's always just clean water in the system. Kind of pain in the butt this year, but I'm excited for next year to get that manifold and all that plumbing set up. And so next year I'll be big time, but this year I'm still working on just getting there. It's a hell of an improvement from where I was just a year or two ago of just bucketing chemicals and whatnot. So yeah, be patient, guys. I'm getting there. Super happy to be this far. It works very well. It ain't perfect, but it works very well, and it's very efficient, and it was cost effective, so to speak, within my budget. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching.